How well did our overhead softbox work out for us? We're going to find that out next. In our first little scene, we are going to use primarily the elements of the softbox, a NanLite Pavo tube, 4-footer, 30C, a practical light, and some lighting outside. We're also going to utilize our NanLite 300 just to put a little, as much as we can, light outside the window. And then we're going to use a practical sign that is outside. That's how we're going to light this scene up. Tube lights like the NanLite Pavo 30C or 15C or 6C, they are great lighting elements, not to actually light subjects, but to enhance some elements that you may already have in a scene, as if you were shooting a nightclub or a bar and there's supposed to be a lot of neon and different color lights there. You can use these lights like we did in this scene to enhance the sign that is out the window, to enhance the red glow on our subject. One other element is we are going to use a bounce. This is a bounce I made in the previous videos. You can go check that out. Very common in any film that they're going to carry a set of different size bounce, beat board bounce boards to help enhance the lighting that we had. We used the bounce from the softbox, the light from the softbox overhead, and then bounced it into the light and bounced it back onto our subject. So this softbox is creating all the light you see on her face. Then we use just a simple practical lamp to get just a bit of an orange glow around the hair to match the two lighting setups. So our next shot is sitting around the table like this here. We're using our softbox overhead. We're using the NanLite 15C again to drive red light through the window as if the sign is casting red light in the window. Then we are using a 300 Forza 300 COB light outside to light up the building next door, and then this will help sell a little bit of moonlight. And then we are using a Forza 60B and turning that all the way up to its 6,000 degree Kelvin setting so we can get kind of just a bluish moonlight here. And then our camera, we're going to change the white balance a little bit to 4400 so it's not so warm on the face by shooting at 5600. And it's not so white on the face either, shooting at 3200 degrees Kelvin. We don't want our orange interior light to turn white. We want to mimic that it's still an overhead chandelier or overhead lighting of some kind of table or dining room table. So we're going to set our white balance in the middle so we can still capture those two colors. We don't shift it one way and we don't want to shift it the other way. We want to be able to blend the two colors together. And then on the same shot, we're going to look at me, a little over the shoulder shot, and still using this same softbox. This softbox had lit the entire sequence of these shots without having to do too much. We would tilt the softbox a little bit to get at the edge of the window, like I demonstrated when I built the softbox. We tilt it a little bit, get a little bit more light going this way. We tilt it this way, we tilt it this way, and then we can get up in the sky and manipulate the lights if we wanted to tilt them more towards our subjects. Then in my shot, I used a few practicals in the background, and I get a little funky motion light coming on and off that I forgot to turn off. So just kind of ignore that background light that turns off and on. If if I thought about this and this was a professional setting, I would make sure every single light was covered, turned off, not working. So just the lights that I am setting on an actual film set are working. Not the sunlight, not any outside lights, not any interior motion lights like here. And now in this last little bit of sequence, this is just a little bit of color correction, trying to get that orange and teal look that you see very common in most films today. So we can use these elements because we got orange light and we got some bluish light, and we can combine these two elements and kind of get that look that we're looking for in that more cinematic world. All in all, I think this turned out very good for one person lighting, shooting, two people acting in it. This was a complete solo operation. I didn't have a crew running around doing every little bit of lighting setup. It was just all on me, how to light, shoot, set up camera, do all the settings. And you can do this too. And these materials are not very expensive. The lighting cost me the most amount of money, but everything else was not very expensive when you add it up. So this is something you really can do on a budget. You don't have to have massive amount of monies to get a nice kind of cinematic look for your low budget film or TV series, or just to play around, or even a commercial. You know, you can use these theories in multiple styles of commercials and videography and work. You can use all these elements in any kind of professional shooting that you have going on, either short independent film, low budget films, commercials. It really works for everything. And this is a quick way to run around and shoot multiple shots with just one kind of light and just manipulating this light this way. So as always, I hope you liked this video. Remember, please support the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and leave those comments. If you think this lighting is absolute garbage, tell me about it. Tell me your thoughts. If you think the camera angles are wrong, tell me about it. Leave them down in the comments. But if you're going to comment, like and subscribe. And remember, as always, to keep shooting.